welcome back to Ride Rescue. In this episode, I'm going to talk some more about the truck. Been putting it to work. Took it camping a couple of times. Towed the little trailer. I think I showed that in one of my previous videos. The little trailer we had was a pop-up. Worked great to be able to store it in my 4-car garage. And we had a little Nissan pickup before I bought this truck. And that was a perfect match. The little truck was great with that little trailer. But now that I have the large truck and it has a whole lot more towing capacity and payload, I want to be able to put it to work. So after giving it some thought, we decided to sell the little trailer and rent. We could rent a bigger trailer, we could play around with different size trailers and get an idea of what we wanted to buy. I won't be able to get it in my garage, anything that I want to be able to tow behind this, but we have access to a place to store it. So I have a lot of the bugs completely worked out of this truck now. I don't have them all though. I still have some stereo issues. And it appears that the console had been wet, which I know it had been wet, and there is some of the wiring harness with that console that is shorting out, rusting out. There's something there that is causing some issues. So some of the ports don't work. But everything that is critical when it comes to, there is one port I can plug in my phone, I can listen to music, I can have access to all my phone features. So that's livable for now. I'll keep driving, we'll keep using it. And for this first real test for the truck, we decided to go down to Valley of Fire in southern Nevada. Well, I live in Salt Lake, so we decided, well, rather than renting a trailer in the Salt Lake area and towing it all the way down and towing it all the way back, I'll rent one in southern Utah and southern Nevada, somewhere in that area where I don't have to tow it as far, and then if there is any real big issues. I based rental off of what the maximum I thought this truck could handle, tying it to what I was reading online. A lot of what I was reading is this truck can tow, as a 1500, a half-ton truck, it can tow 11,000 pounds, and you can put as much as 2,100 pounds of payload in the truck. So the payload, you gotta balance that out. People, stuff, things in the back, and the tongue weight. Tongue weight on this truck, a couple thousand pounds. In fact, it's rated for 5,000 pounds. So I could get a lot of trailer. So I decided, let's not push it to the max. I don't need an 11,000 pound trailer. Let's get a trailer that's in the 7,000 to 8,000 pound range and one that has about 800 to 1,000 pound tongue weight, and then all my gear in the back. I wanted to bring everything. I have a little generator, bring gas, we'll bring propane tanks for an outdoor fire pit. Really loaded it all down. And it put it to the test. I don't ever want to do that again. I found out rather quickly that I overloaded this truck. The trailer was set up for a distribution hitch. They had the distribution hitch available, but when I put the weight on the back bumper of this truck, it didn't really squat much. It stayed fairly stable. I wouldn't do it again because it was just enough of weight on the back that the front end raised about only an inch, maybe an inch and a half, so it's not much, but it was just enough that it just kind of threw the balance of the truck off. Towing it down to Valley of Fire, it was great. It was mostly downhill, going all around to the different campsites and sightseeing and everything that we did down there. It was fabulous. We saw some great sights. Getting it back to St. George, wow, wasn't very far, 80 miles. It went through a half a tank of gas and a headwind that was pushing me all over the place. So it wasn't so much the leveling of the truck as it was the stability of the truck. it didn't have any stability control from the truck to the trailer and how that all was hooked up. Having a little bit of weight off the nose was letting the nose wander a little bit of the truck, and then having that extra weight on the back and all that wind for a headwind and a side wind, I was fighting. I had to really slow down. I do not ever want to get into that situation. And after we spent 4 or 5 days at the Valley of Fire with some friends who also brought down their trailer, we had such a great time. I want to do it a lot. So no more renting. I have a really good idea of what I want now. I'm going to buy a trailer that fits this truck and all of its capabilities, and get the right distribution hitch, get the right stabilizer, and really do it right. That's the beauty of renting. I was able to rent something, find out what worked, living space, but also what pushes the limits of the truck. Along with finding out what I wanted in a trailer and what the capabilities of the truck is, I also found out the limitations and the capabilities of these big tires and wheels. I really like the look, the sporty look of these 22-inch wheels. These tires are absolutely horrible on wet surface. I kept losing traction. When I was off-road in the dirt, it was all over the place. I pulled out onto a wet road and I was going sideways, just like that. With the power that this truck has and the very minimal tread and that wide footprint of these tires, they scared me. These have got to go. So one of the first things I did when I got back, I looked online and I found a set of tires and wheels off of a Ram Rebel. A more aggressive tread, an 18-inch wheel. I've got a lot more cushion for the sidewall. I think I will be much, much happier with that. So I'm really looking forward to switching these over. I've already got them on the truck. Everything's all mated up. These tires have about 5,000 miles on them. These probably have about 10,000 miles left on them. So I think I will go ahead and use these in the summer. They have the sensors in them. The new one, wheels and tires have the sensors. The truck automatically switches it and recognizes the sensors on both wheels. It only takes a few miles. So switching from my summer wheels to my winter wheels, and then if we're going up to the cabin and the dirt roads, it'll be really easy to switch over. And then I can get the rest of the life out of these. I won't buy another set of tires. These are almost $300 a piece for new tires. So I'll be getting rid of these 22-inch wheels. Even as much as I like the look of them on the truck, they don't fit what I plan on doing with the truck. So back to what trailer I want to put behind this truck. One of the things I'm finding is this truck, the way it's built from the factory, is set up for 9,000 pounds. Not 11, not 12, everything I'm seeing online. This is in the 9,000 pound towing capacity range. Payload is just under 2,000 pounds. I'm more in the 1,800 pounds safe payload of this truck. So that is me and my wife, my dog, all of our gear on the back seat, which isn't a whole lot. If we have a trailer, everything's stored in the trailer, so there's not going to be a lot in the back of the truck. Gas cans, my generator, things that way that I want inside the trailer. And then once the trailer is loaded, I want a trailer that has tandem axles. And I've seen trailers where the axles are actually spread out a little bit. It's a little bit more work to turn those, and it scuffs the tires a lot more, but it distributes the weight better on the trailer. I want a trailer that has more of a rounded nose. I don't want to be pushing flat air. So have a little bit of a contour to it. I want a slide out. I'm hoping I can stay under 24 feet. The one I rented was a 25, 26 foot. It was a little bit too much. I didn't need that much trailer. It's just like I say, it's me, my wife, and my dog. So rear bath, I've been seeing some of those have a really nice bathroom. Our little trailer had a horrible bathroom, and it had a recirculating toilet. I'll be doing a video on that, so I can explain that as I take that toilet apart because it started leaking. It had some issues. I don't ever want another one of those recirculating toilets. I want a shower. The shower we had in our little trailer, teeny little footprint, curtain that you pulled around it, it leaked, everything would get wet, it was cramped. I want a real shower. If there's one out there, I think I'll be able to find one. Our little trailer, we had to crawl over each other the way the bed was. The bed was sideways, one entrance off the one side. I'd crawl over my wife to get in the bed. I'd crawl over her to get it in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom. Don't want that. I want to be able to have access like a real bed, like a real mattress I can climb in and out of on the sides of it. So I'll be shopping, and in future videos, hopefully I'll be able to give you some tips and more information about how to make mate up a trailer that fits your needs and fits the truck's capabilities. So with all that said, here's some great clips of what we found in the Valley of Fire, ram country. There was rams, bighorn sheep, everywhere. If you get an opportunity and you want to spend some time in the desert in the winter like we did, we went in December. It was low 60s, calm, sunny, absolutely beautiful weather, and absolutely beautiful scenery. So check it out. Etchings in the stone from the ancient Indians that were in this territory. One of my favorite sayings, take only pictures, leave only footprints. thank you for watching this episode of Ride Rescue. As I've said in the past, I'm here to learn, I'm here to teach, and I'm here to inspire. So please, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. It really helps me to build my channel. Give me a like, leave a comment. I'd love to hear from you. Thanks again for watching.